So previously we have discussed the basic idea of data visualization and storytelling. Continuing from there, we will be discussing the Microsoft Power BI and its uses in this particular tutorial. So let's proceed to the platform. Before actually getting into the installation and uses, I would like you to have a look at some of the dashboards that are available at the website of Microsoft Power BI. Here we can see that this is a dashboard for a wholesaler, and you can see different tabs here, and then you have the comprehensive analysis of each tab. So you can see that there is a sales report, a customer report, and an HR report. And if we click on any of these, it will take us to the dashboard where all the details can be seen. So I proceeded to the sales tab, and here you can see that this dashboard gives an overview of sales performance of a supermarket. It allows for monitoring of regional and branch performance with added advantage of monitoring product performance at different outlets. So here you can see that different quarters are mentioned in terms of time and months. Here you can see the statistics by country is a map that shows where the products are selling in bulk. For instance, you can see the demand by category. Here the colors are reflecting the different product categories. Here you can see the branch names and the profit they are generating, and ultimately you can see that the profit margin and the losses that are incurring are shown in this table. Here you can see the profit margin and the details of all the categories with respect to the products and variants they have. Here you have these total sales, profits, and profit ratio. And if I select any one of these quarters, it will change the data dynamically here. So if I want to see the performance of June, I will click on this tab, and you can see that the data changes accordingly. So if I click on this April, the data again changes. If I want to look at one of the categories, I can pick that category, and you can see that the data beautifully changes and dynamically transitions into one particular category. Moving on to the customers tab, let's look at what they have in terms of customers. They can see that we have key influencers, what influence the sales in the market and the increase in customers. Then again, you have product performance, the mode of payment preferred by customers, and then the nationality and gender, the demographics. So again, the basic area remains the same. Let's look at another dashboard, again available on Microsoft Power BI platform. You can see that this is a dashboard for stock prices, stock market for the world's top 200 companies, and you can see that there are different companies listed here. There's Microsoft Corporation, Alphabet, which is the parent company of Google, Amazon, Facebook, and you can see that the change in stock value is reflected in these line charts. So you can see the losses and the profits. So let's move on to the other page. Here you can see the details of the stock market analysis. So let's move on to another dashboard, which shows the inflation numbers. So this dashboard is made for inflation, and you can see that a list of countries is mentioned here with their respective inflation, health indexes, exports, imports, and ultimately GDP. So scrolling down, I found Pakistan as well, and these are the statistics that they have for Pakistan. Here you can see the GDP in terms of exports and the per person income, then the health spending of the countries as a percentage of GDP. So this is how it is telling you a story of the economy of different countries as a comparative analysis. And rather than looking at the Microsoft Excel or spreadsheets, for instance, those spreadsheets can become the seed for these beautiful visualizations. Let's move on to a couple more, and then we will begin with the installation. Here you can see that these are the financials for a football club. you can see that there is total revenue, expense, profit, and then there are different line charts projecting the revenues by year, expenses and profits again. These are three different ways of showing the same data. You can see you have added a card to show the same data, and then you have this line chart, then you have this comparative bar chart, and this is how you can represent the same values in three different ways, depending on the purpose you have and the kind of audience you are dealing with. So these financials are with reference to the conferences, and if we move on, you can see the school view with reference to the clubs and schools. So these are just a few simple demonstrations of how you can develop a dashboard. This is a very flexible platform where you can bring your vision to life, and there are quite a few possibilities of presenting your data visually. So I'm sure you can make much more complex and visually appealing dashboards with your own visions, but for that we need to get started, and the very first step is to install Power BI. This is the link that you need to follow, the official link of Power BI desktop that is available at Microsoft website. So you need it for one person. So here it shows that it is already downloaded. Because I have done that already. You can just click here and the download will begin. So you need to follow the steps and run the installer. It's a pretty simple installation, don't need to do much. And you can see the system requirements and install instructions at the bottom, which are quite simple. So after doing this, you can install the Power BI setup, and after installing the setup, you need to type it here, Power BI, in your search bar, and here you go. You will click on this app, open it, and it will look something like, it might take a couple of minutes. So it would look something like this. This is the platform that you need to get familiar with. So here you can get started right away. I'll close this window and show you how it works. So here is the ribbon that you usually see in all of Microsoft products. It's fairly the same. You get all the functions listed here, and you can perform majority of tasks from these ribbon options. So whatever you need to insert, how you model the data, how do you view it. So we will be getting into the details of each and everything in the coming sessions. For now, just have a look at the platform you have. Here you have all the filters that you can apply to the data. These are the visualizations that you can form according to the vision that you have. So these are a few visualizations. You can also make your own, you can customize. There are different tabs here which you can use to make your visualizations more specific or dynamic. These are the three views. We will be discussing these three views in detail in the coming session. And these are the pages of the report that you can form. So for instance, if you have 3 sections in your data, or you want to present your data in different formats, you can make different pages here, and you can form different reports on different pages. Here you can see the view, it's the desktop view, and then if you want to look at the mobile view, you can do that as well. So that if you have a mobile application for your employees, for your customers, which embeds a dashboard, you can just view at the dynamics of that dashboard along with the dimensions and the settings of the visuals. So this is how the mobile layout works. We will get back to the desktop layout for now. So this is the play area of Microsoft Power BI that we will be using for this beginner level series. We will start from scratch and we will try to develop a completely dynamic dashboard by the end. For now, I would leave you with the installation task. After you're done with installation and the Power BI is fully functional, we will jump on to the next tutorial and we will start getting the data. For now, thank you for joining.